Sawadi Krap, and thank you very much for dropping in. Now today we're talking about cats on the Thaiger. Now we don't often talk about cats much these days, except a lot of you know that we have cats. But we've come into a situation where I've got a personal story about one of our cats, which I thought I'll relate to you, and we'll follow it through over the next weeks and months. Now, just a very brief background that this little cat, I'll bring her up here. She's probably going to be very reluctant to sit around for long. Her name is Dina. And Dina, look at this amazing tail. She turned up on a wall just overlooking our house. I knew she wouldn't stick around for long. You can hang around, Dina. About nearly 3 months ago now. And at the time we took her to the vet, and they said she was about 3 months old at the time. And we said to them, well, you know, at some stage we'd like to get her neutered because that's the responsible thing to do. So at the time we said, well, look, we're not going to feed her. Maybe she belongs to somebody else. But over a couple of days, it was quite obvious that she wasn't going anywhere. She kept meowing. So we fed her once. And we've been feeding her ever since, and she's certainly become part of our house. So that's how Dina came into our life. She found us here in our home. But the interesting thing is that over the subsequent months, we kept on going back to the vet to have her inoculations and vaccines. And we asked a month ago, we said, okay, she's probably 5 or 6 months old now. Can we get her neutered? No, you should wait another month, we believe, because she needs to fully develop. Now, she's not that big a cat. There's a lot of fur there, but inside all that, she's not a big cat. And she's really still just a kitten, probably 6 to 7 months old. Now, we took her down yesterday to get neutered, and they did an ultrasound, and they discovered that she was indeed pregnant, which of course is what we were trying to avoid. Now we've already got 2 other cats here, Dusty and Dab. We don't need any more cats. I've got to commute up to Bangkok each week for work, coming back only to Phuket on the weekend. I don't want to leave the housemate here with a situation they've got to look after the cats. So big decisions to make. So we said to the vet, well, can we abort the pregnancy? Now I know a lot of people will find that abhorrent, that it's a very sensitive issue, but from a responsible point of view, it's difficult to bring more cats into this world, especially in Thailand when there's already too many stray cats running around. So we were trying to be responsible owners. Now we didn't know she was pregnant at the time, but when we were told that she was pregnant, we don't know how many kittens there are because they're only 15 to 20 days into a pregnancy at the moment, and really just sort of minuscule collections of cells, certainly not what we would describe as kittens or cats at this stage. So the vet surprisingly said, we won't do an abortion, we won't abort this pregnancy. When pushed, we said, well, you know, why is that? They said, it's just against our Buddhist beliefs. Now this surprised me because I thought, if we've got a situation around Thailand where most of the vets think that aborting a pregnancy is against their Buddhist beliefs, then you've got a big additional problem to the problem of stray cats beyond that which already exists. I thought it was an irresponsible thing for them to say. Now, I'm culturally sensitive and I'm culturally aware, and I understand and I appreciate that there are differences in people's religions and their beliefs, but for a trained professional veterinarian to decide that an unwanted pregnancy is okay, I was a little bit surprised. Now we went and spoke to another couple of vets, and in fact in the end we found one vet that said they would do the abortion. But we have decided, after she was under a general anaesthetic yesterday and she recovered, she's only, as I said, 6 to 7 months old, that having another general anaesthetic at this stage may not be appropriate for her health in such a short time. Now we could probably go and get some better advice on that matter, but we've decided to let her go through with the pregnancy and have the baby kittens. So that's something we're going to follow with interest. She is a very young cat. We're told that small cats of her size are unlikely to have a large litter. It could be between 1 and 3 cats, unlikely to be any more. And if it's anything like the other cats we've had here having litters in the past, it's not always likely that all the cats will live. Having said that, we're now going to look after her, make sure she's comfortable, make sure she can find a place to have her kittens when she's ready. The gestation time for kittens, we understand, is around about 65 to 67 days, although there are ups and downs on that number depending on the cat and the breed and the time of the year. We don't know who the father is, but some male cat has obviously got into our house, or she's straight outside the confines of our house, which is not difficult to do. It's a garden with an open fence. And here we are with an unwanted pregnancy. So we look forward to taking you through the journey of Dina and her kittens. She is a lovely little cat, and we've come to love having her around the house. She's part of the family. The decision is now made that we're going to help her get through this pregnancy, even though she's a very young cat, and we look forward to taking you on the journey. We understand that there are a lot of sensitivities about that issue of aborting, whether it's humans or animals, and we don't really need to go through those issues at this stage, although I'll understand if you want to share your thoughts in the comments section. And for those people that aren't interested in cats and say that this isn't news, I fully understand that as well. But there are people who may find this interesting, and we look forward to taking you through the adventures of Dina over the next few weeks and months. Thanks for joining us.